You hate to say it, you hate to see it, but at the same time, man, it's so much evil in this world. And it's like every time, you know, you look at someone in the industry, when there's a death involved, it just makes me shake my head, man. We're back on the Truth Is channel, which I'll leave in the description so you guys can check out more. It says Mariah Carey loses her mother and sister on the same day. Now, is this like actual same day or just like years later, but the same date? All right, we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
Throughout Mariah Carey's life and career, she has faced many difficulties, but nothing can honestly compare to what she is going through today. Many news outlets have just reported that Mariah Carey not only lost her mother, but also her sister. Strangely, according to Mariah, it happened on the same day. To me, I found this rather suspicious, as her sister had exposed Mariah and her mother for having a sinister dark secret. Hey guys, I hope all...
I remember that video of her sister saying some stuff. Oh, man.
As well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos every other day exposing the truth. In today's episode, we will be talking about Mariah Carey losing her mother and sister. Let's get right into it. While Mariah Carey's music career peaked long ago, she still manages to find her name in the headlines every single year around Christmas. Currently, we are nowhere near Christmas, but Mariah's name has found its way in the headlines once again, and this time, it's not for a good reason. Sadly, I must report that Mariah lost her mother and her sister, and what makes this even worse, it happened on the same exact day. According to many news outlets, Mariah confirmed that her mother and sister both passed away on the same day, giving this statement to the media. My heart is broken that I've lost my mother this past weekend. Sadly, in a tragic turn of events, my sister lost her life on the same day. I feel blessed that I was able to spend the last week with my mom before she passed. I appreciate everyone's love and support and respect for my privacy during this impossible time. Right now, there hasn't been any additional information provided about the cause of death, only that both her mother and sister passed away on the same day. I always find this strange when celebrities lose family members and the cause of death isn't provided. It just doesn't make sense. It's like they want their loved ones passing to appear like some sort of mystery. But what are the odds of Mariah losing both her mother and sister at the same time? I mean, if it wasn't like a car accident situation where both the sister and mother were...
I was gonna say that. I mean, stuff like this happens all the time. You know, car accidents and just whatever the case may be. But like I said, that sister came out and spoke about her. It sucks, man, because you don't want to think these things, man. You don't. But boy, the patterns. I can't wait to see the comments on this.
In the same car. It doesn't make sense. I'm curious to see what the cause of death listed for both the sister and the mother is going to be. To me, it appears like there's something off about all of this. And after what her sister Allison had exposed about Mariah and her mother some time ago, I believe something sinister might have taken place here. Over a year ago, I made a video talking about Mariah Carey's sister Allison. Allison had revealed that her and Mariah had a rather dark childhood, claiming that Mariah's mother Patricia was a part of a satanic cult, even stating that their mother would routinely take them to satanic ritual parties. Allison grew up with Mariah until she was 11 years old. This is when she chose to move with her father to get away from Mariah and her mother Patricia. Allison, unlike Mariah, had a very hard life since the age of 10, and by the time she was in her 20s, she was working the streets and had developed a serious substance issue. All while Mariah, who in her 20s was touring the world and making hit records. According to Allison, she ended up this way because of what she was put through by her mother Patricia as a child. Back in 2020, Allison made some very alarming claims and even filed a lawsuit against her mother, who she accused of forcing her to be a part of satanic cult rituals when she was only 10 years old. Allison spoke about her dark experience with this cult that her mother used to take her to in 2 separate interviews.
There was a close family member involved in a satanic cult. Used to force me to attend certain rituals. There were a lot of things that I witnessed that you know, were like secrets that you wish you didn't have to hold on to. People would...
I'm just saying, like, why, if not true, what do these people have to gain when they come out and say stuff like this? You know what I mean? Why come out and say it?
Be wearing black robes with hoods, you know, so you couldn't see their faces. And they'd be walking in a line, chanting, to like drink blood. They do that. I did suffer during those rituals. Some of those satanic holidays, they always will be involved with sex. All kinds of stuff going on that really shouldn't be, and it shouldn't be something children are forced to watch and screw up a child for their whole life. I never saw Mariah with us when we were walking into Mariah. I know that you've gone through a tremendous amount of pain and difficulty, and sometimes it's as though, I know sometimes you feel as though what you're remembering didn't really happen, you know. I just want you to know that if there was ever any way that you needed help from me, just pick up the phone and call me. I would always be there for you.
People would meet. They all used to walk through the bushes at the Unitarian church down by the water in Huntington. There was a building, some other building, big building, right through the bushes at the fellowship, and they'd have these big circles of these Satanists around an altar where the people, sometimes in hooded, what do you call them? They were wearing these long cloaks that were brown with hoods, and they'd be in a circle or two circles, one side of the other, by the altar, where there'd be live and sometimes, but not at the same time, you know, one at a time. So, and that would happen at night. It never happened during the fellowship.
As you heard for yourself, Allison makes claims that she was taken by a family member who we now know is her mother Patricia to a satanic cult party. She claims that at this gathering, the most disturbing satanic activities were taking place. She said she witnessed the satanic cult members performing rituals that involved the participation of children as young as 2 years old, claiming that she even witnessed blood rituals taking place. She stated that she saw members wearing cloaks and standing in circles around an altar. She also claimed that she wouldn't often see Mariah at these cult gatherings. Allison claims that these Satanists did horrible things to her and used her for rituals. I looked into Mariah's mother, and what I found out was that she was a part of the industry herself, as she was an opera singer. Her mother was...
That's my first time, like, this video is my first time. I can't remember seeing her, the mother. I didn't even know what she looked like. I'm trying to remember from the video he did a year ago if they showed pictures, but I don't remember seeing her. Didn't know she was singing, none of that stuff. But man, so many people have said the same story about these like rituals or whatever. It's the same, pretty much the same story, almost word for word, man. Told you the fear sets in and people don't want to believe it. They call them liars.
In the industry before Mariah. Most likely she was introduced to this satanic lifestyle and involved their children in it. This would explain why the mother was taking Allison to these satanic rituals. It appears that she was using Allison as an offering for success, which obviously worked, as Mariah became one of the biggest superstars in the world. I don't think it's a coincidence that Allison left her mother and sister and had no fame, while Mariah stood living with her mother and became a superstar. Patricia was involved in a satanic cult, and Allison made it known that Mariah and her mother stopped talking to her long ago. They essentially cut her off. She wasn't looking good in her last videos exposing the situation, as she appeared extremely sick. Now, the fact that she passes away on the same day as her mother is rather suspicious to me. It's just not adding up. We all know Hollywood is a strange, dark place.
Yes.
Things happen in the industry that is kept from the world. I believe their passing is directly connected to the satanic cult they were a part of. Allison told us her mother and Mariah are Satanists who are a part of this satanic cult. She claims she saw this satanic cult make sacrifices in front of her. It's obvious that the passing of Allison and Patricia is related to this cult, as it could have been a result of whatever pact Patricia made while she was a part of this satanic cult. From the research I have done into this, according to Allison, her mother was involved in the satanic cult since Mariah was a baby. As Allison claims, she protected her sister at one of these satanic cult parties. It could be possible that Patricia made a pact with the devil and possibly offered her soul and Allison. This would explain why she would give Allison to the cult for rituals and ceremonies and not Mariah. It would also explain how Allison had such a terrible life full of substance abuse and trauma, while Mariah had a marvelous life full of wealth and fame. When people are offered to the devil, demons overtake their life, and that's exactly what we saw with Allison. It's obvious to me that Allison was the price for Mariah's success, as she admitted this herself. Patricia offered Allison to this cult that led to the success of Mariah. Patricia then benefited from the success Mariah had. She enjoyed the money and fame her daughter earned. Mariah's career was like no others in the industry. She became one of the most successful singers to have ever lived, and we know there's a price for that level of success. To this day, she makes millions of dollars a year, while her sister barely made it by. In the occult, many make these kinds of deals where they offer a loved one for success and fame. Now, this is exactly what I believe happened with Patricia and Allison. Now, it appears it was time to collect on that deal. This is always the price for fame when you get it from the devil. While Mariah might have been given the world, she lost her family and her soul for it. Her mother gave her to Satan to make her a star. I will pray for Allison, as I truly feel bad she was born into such a lifestyle. Mariah was born into this as well, so I feel bad for her too. But the only thing is that she's in her 50s and never left the industry behind. She embraced the evil of the industry to become rich and more famous. People see Mariah as just an innocent singer, but her own sister exposed her for being involved with the occult. She was also one of the celebrities who partied with Diddy at his all-white parties. Parties that we know the freak-offs were going on at. I find it hard to believe that Mariah lost her sister and her mother on the same day just by coincidence. I am confident this is connected to the satanic cult Allison exposed they were a part of. I believe this same satanic cult was behind Mariah's success. This is what Hollywood is all about behind the scenes. Well, I'm gonna keep my eyes on this story to see if any updates are revealed and at least a cause of death is provided. I am also thinking about doing a video on Mariah's mother. If that's something you want to see, let me know below. But I'm gonna end this one here. Thank you all for watching.
All right, man. I will say though, when people are battling some type of addiction, you know, they have to come to terms with themselves and not be in denial about it. Because, you know, I'm saying I don't know if Mariah ever tried to help her. You know, a lot of times it's one of them situations where you can't help someone that isn't trying to help, you know, trying to help themselves. So my whole thing is like, when you look at Mariah, every time I look at like a celebrity, like megastar, especially, just making all this money, doing this stuff, super popular. Then you look at like, this isn't like a third cousin. You know what I mean? This is like, this is your sister. So, it's tough because I don't really know the situation. But when you just see someone's sister like that, struggling with life and all that, you would hope that Mariah did try to help her. Because I know a lot of times people will try to help and then they'll end up giving up when it's affecting their life. Like, I keep trying to help you, you're not listening, I'm done. Someone said it sounds like a double sacrifice, shaking my head. That's what the first comment is. Then that's deep. Someone said you can only sacrifice those you love. And then they said clearly Mariah never loved them or cared for them. I don't think that's true. I think she did at one point. Like I said, I'm not going to get in her head, but I feel like she did care for her sister. But at the same time, someone said, this sounds like Jennifer Hudson's story. I don't know, man. It just, I mean, Mariah Carey has been famous for a long time. She's not as relevant as she used to be, but she don't need to be because of what she done made already. She don't need to drop another album, attend another nothing. She's set for life. You know, her kids, grandkids are set. Someone said, this is why I feel so sorry for all of these celebrities' children. I mean, these comments are pretty much saying what I'm thinking. It's crazy, man. I'm like, damn, your sister, man, they supposed to be right next to you. And the ones that, you know, have brothers, just all your siblings supposed to be right next to you as you're, you know, going up that ladder of success. But boy, when you see that picture of them two, just looking all nice and beautiful, and then the sister, like, I don't even know what the age difference is or what. It's sad. But hey, comment below what you guys think, man. All right, peace out.